They came out the jungle ready to prowl.
The commentator said, the crowd feels flat in here.
Kind of just get on with it. It's not, never in my life have I seen an umpire change their decision.
It was absolutely diabolical.
Exciting though.
Yeah.
You can't say that they don't give excitement. Welcome to season 1, episode 9. 9 of Longer Than 3 Seconds with your hosts, Ali and
Rosie Coombs. Hello.
Oh, you double named.
I know. Do you want to?
Ali Tomlinson.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
That's my full name. How was your weekend? What did you do?
Well, we went to see the London Derby on Friday night.
We did, and it does seem like it was 10,000 years ago.
Yeah. So we've got lots of fresh, hot takes.
I know.
Coming.
I always think the takes are very different when you saw it live as well.
I agree. So I started to watch it again last night because I
did you?
loved it so much. And actually, the commentators were saying slightly different things to what I had written down in my notes. So
I may have a very different view of the game to what you now have. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's fine. I enjoy that.
yeah. And then I went suit shopping for my wedding. So I'm not wearing a suit, but my partner James is, and so is my dad.
Oh, so you went suit shopping for fiancé James and dad?
Yes, I did. We didn't find anything for fiancé James because my dad was the main event.
Fair to him.
Yeah, so he's looking very dapper.
I've seen the picture. He does look pretty dapper.
Yeah, we actually all felt quite emotional.
I think it is emotional. I think especially because you know what you're doing it for.
Yeah, it was really nice to see him dressed up, and like the idea of him being the person that's walking me down the aisle and stuff is very sweet. So it was nice.
Very emotional day. Whereas I just kind of drenched myself in women's sport all weekend.
Yeah, for a birthday.
It was my birthday. I had the best birthday ever.
Yeah.
And I've made it last the full week. Like,
So you should.
I've only just accepted this morning that it's no longer my birthday. But then I am going to Paris at the weekend for my birthday. So
you definitely haven't then.
I haven't accepted it at all. But for the next 5 days, I might not make it. But yeah,
Fine.
I went to the England-Ireland rugby game, women's rugby game, first game of the Women's Six Nations.
You're not the only one that went.
I'm not. The netball girls were there too.
Yay!
The Pulse girlies. So Hallie Adio and Liv Cheen were there too.
Yeah, did you say hi?
No, they were in a box somewhere. I didn't quite see them at the
okay.
at the main event. But they did go. I saw after I left because Party Girl went home at 9:30.
Yeah.
That they were at the after party that I went to called, it was by Below the Shoulder, who are this really cute brand. It's made by some of the women's international rugby teams. Some are from the Irish team, some are from the England team. Some of them play on like the PWR teams. And they've made like this cute brand of like crop tops and things that are sexy to kind of be like, just because you're a sporty girl, it doesn't mean that you can't like own your sexuality. And they say things like tackle me. And like, I can't think of all off the top of my head, but they're really cute. So they held the after party for the game. And I saw on Instagram after I left that Hallie Adio was there. And I was like, damn it.
Oh God, so close yet so
Could
far.
have been dancing with the netball girls. The netball girls and the rugby girls.
Dancing all around your handbags like the old days.
I know people were doing that as well. It was very cute.
Good times.
Oh yeah, so I did have a good boogie on Friday.
Yeah.
No, Saturday. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't even know what I did yesterday. Recover a bit.
Yeah.
I was a bit exhausted. It all went to my head.
So we're now recording on a Monday and we've got netball this afternoon. So yeah.
We're fully kitted out. We're ready for the court. But first, let's discuss what happened on the more serious courts.
Yes.
Let's go to the league. Right, so game 1, we were there for it. We were at the Copper Box, live and in action.
We were my favourite arena.
It is your favourite arena. And we were, again, in the nosebleeds, which
We were.
is... I don't mind it.
I love it. I think you can see the space very well.
I think it's good that we were kind of to the side because you kind of get that, like, diagonal view.
Yeah.
And also, it is just a really cool arena to be in.
It was loud.
It was loud. I mean, the noise carries. My only comment is on the announcer. She's got the right idea. She's in a great arena for the energy. She just needs a little bit. She's going too quick. She's got all the right things to say. But when we go, London, Pulse, she's going, London, Pulse. And I'm like, no, you need to go, London, Pulse.
Slow it down.
Slow it down.
Take a second.
She's like doing the defense, but she's going, defense. I was like, no, it's D. You know what I mean? Just like,
Get you
give
up
me the
there.
mic.
Give Ali the mic in the arena.
I can get everyone going. I'm already psyched.
Yeah, love it.
Whereas you were definitely psyched.
I was so psyched. Yeah, I was very, very excited. I'd love to see London Pulse in flow. I think they are so cool to watch when they have got their, like, when they're working well together. They're so quick. The ball speed down the court, the quick passes, the long bombs. Like, I think when Pulse are on fire, you can't not love them.
You can't stop them. I think what they have more than like any other team is power. I think they're really, really strong. And you can see that in like the force of every pass. Like Alicia Scholes, her passes, but I'd say I notice it on her, but I think it's with all of them.
She takes people's heads off when they receive them.
You can see it almost like gearing back to go, and you're like, here it comes.
And then they receive it, and then
like,
there's another moment.
It's called an aftershock.
Yeah, exactly. Whiplash from receiving.
Whiplash, that's one I was after. But yeah, I think that they're such a fun team to watch in that way, and I think it's like exciting netball.
Yeah, and so in the first quarter, it was 10-1, and then Mavs called their tactical timeout then, which in the first quarter we haven't really seen much of. That must have been a really rubbish start for them. I
think it was a really smart thing to do, though. They needed to kick up the arse. And the thing is, they're not the kind of team that you'd expect to be down by that, but it's like they got rattled. And then it was like a rhythm started happening with Pulse.
They just couldn't penetrate the D, I think, for me. I just thought, for me and Adio in the D were just like unpenetrable, honestly. Like they couldn't feed it so that it was received by Inger or Thacker. They couldn't do it. And then even after the tactical timeout, Pulse kept on scoring as well. So this is before the super shot. It was 12-1 before they started to get points on the board.
It's terrifying.
But
as a Mavs player, you was like, what do we do?
Yeah, it wasn't until the super shot that I thought that they made any points up.
It was... I think that when Fumi and Adio, I don't know, I've given one a first name, one a last name, but there you go.
I did the same.
Maybe that's why I did it. When they work together, it's almost like a different style of play. Like, I'm used to watching people stay on their player, but it's almost like they know exactly what's going to happen next.
Yeah, and they cover each other's spaces so well. It's like there's some kind of mind reading. Yeah,
you can tell that it's what you dream of having in the D with your defender, with your fellow defender. It's like you're like, I want you to know without me screaming it for you to go after that ball instead of me.
They do scream it though.
Do it.
They do scream it.
Okay, they're fair.
Yeah, you can.
It's
hear
not magic. That's fine.
Yeah, it's not magic. They do communicate all the time, which is obviously exactly what you need to do. But then it looked like Halima Adio had some kind of injury, and she was rubbing the back of her leg, like her hamstring area, and then she came off, and Darcy Everett came on as goalkeeper for Pulse. And I have to admit, I did think things slightly changed after that.
There's more of a chance. There's definitely more of a chance for Mavericks to kind of build up those points. I don't think by any means that Darcy Everett was, bad in the role. I just think that Hallie Adio was just so on it that as soon as she was off, the difference was definitely there.
For sure. I mean, with her on, there was 12 in it after the first quarter, and then that distance between the teams absolutely kind of got much closer. So even in the third quarter, there was only 4 in it.
Did you think that they would get down to that only 4 gap when it was that higher gap at the beginning? Did you think there's any way?
I thought Mavs could take this. It would be the absolute flop of the century if London Pulse did let them. It was theirs to lose almost at that point. I was like, yeah, you should be winning this.
I mean, it was the gap. They kept that, like you said, for the second quarter, it was still 10 in it. I was shocked when they got it down to only 4, and I was like, if Pulse let this go, that is like the worst second half ever.
Well, then Sam Bird then brought Adio back on, so she obviously wasn't injured that bad, and then all of a sudden it ended 56-46, so 10 in it at the end.
One thing that I'm surprised you haven't mentioned yet, because you were screaming about it the whole game, Sophie Kelly's shooting.
Oh, yeah.
She was... Well, actually, she missed like 1.
Yeah.
I was going to say 100%. She definitely missed 1, but that was it.
Yeah, the shooting stats at half-time, Mavs were shooting at 63%.
That's low.
That is so low. Yeah. London Pulse were at 90-something%.
You can't bring 66% when you're going 63% when you're going against the current champs.
You can't.
You've got to bring your A game, and that's B or C.
Yeah, and Pulse as well were just picking up intercepts as well. For me, ended with player of the match, and she had 8 gains and 6 intercepts in that game. Yeah, when you're playing with 90% shooting and you have that a defence, you're not going to win.
There's no chance really, do you? Yeah.
And this is what London Pulse need to bring against Loughborough Lightning in the coming weeks.
I think Pulse have now got that confidence boost. I think if they played Loughborough Lightning next week, after that performance, they'd do it.
Do you reckon?
I think they need to face Lightning after they've dominated in another game, because I think they're kind of, and I mean this in the nicest way to London Pulse, I think they're egomaniacs.
Same. I can't defend that. I agree.
I think they need that. I reckon they went back to that changing room. They were like, come on! Like slapping each other.
Of course they were.
I reckon that they're all like fired up. And I think if the Lightning game was next week, they'd be full of that. I know, it's not till like May, is it? It's like May 1st or something.
But I do agree. I think though all great sports people have got an ego.
Oh, I think you need to.
Yeah.
That's how you get to become the best.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. And that's, you probably are the best because you've got an ego, but also you're the best, so of course you've got an ego.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Yeah,
it's a
you
cycle
can't get
that
out of
works.
that.
Well, is it a Venn diagram? Is it a circle? No one knows.
But good point about Sophie Kelly. But I think that her and Masako, we didn't have Liv Cheen, so Masako was starting as goal shooter and Sophie Kelly was goal attack. So it was a rotating circle the whole time. Both super short threats as well for their defence for Mavericks. So I just thought they played brilliantly.
Yeah, everything worked. And I have no notes for them after this game.
No.
A little bit of a risk with the Q3 score, but apart from that.
Yeah, I would say with Mavs, I think there was a huge difference when Georgina came off, their shooter. They brought on Amelia Hall, who all of a sudden meant that they had a double super short threat. So it was Emma Thacker and Amelia Hall shooting the super
This
shots.
is the kind of thing that I miss when I'm watching in the stadium, because I feel I can't see the true changes. And I know that they announced them, but my brain just doesn't take it in. And actually, when I posted a little summary of the game, someone put when Amelia Hall came on, it really changed. And in my head, I was like, I need to watch that back.
Yeah, no, it's true. I also don't think that they announced the changes in the stadium. So
Yes,
I think,
I'm off the hook.
yeah, you're off the hook there. But they should. And they should have the player come up, like the player's picture come up on the televisions, what are they called? The screens?
Yeah, screens. They are televisions. They're kind of televisions.
And so they know we know who they are and things. I think that'd be really
helps
helpful.
with that branding, the personality branding as well, because you also get to see, it sounds silly, but the little things like the way that they cross their arms in those bits, or like you can see a bit of character, and I think that's part of it. Is
yeah.
You
that
want
would be cool.
Yeah, I think, you know what, get me in the stadium.
Yeah.
Also, turn off the lights at the beginning.
When they run on, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
they've got an arena. All they need to do to get that atmosphere, turn off them lights, flash them lights.
Yeah.
Everyone will be losing their
They
shit.
do for others. When I watched, I think it was one in the Midlands. What game
Panthers
was that?
game was lights went off.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember thinking in my head, that looks good.
There you go.
They should do that.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a great game. I think Amelia Hall, if Mavs had done it, I think it would have been because of Amelia Hall. One thing that the commentators did say that I had written on my notebook, Susie Liversidge, footwork to get away from Zara, double tick. I thought she was amazing. I thought she was really great. I was watching her. She was like a little tap dancer moving around Zara. It was very cool. Anyway, the commentators said how great Zara was doing to cut Susie out of the game.
Oh, so you thought she was doing it out of like skill to get away, but actually it was because she was being chased.
I don't know. I just thought she looked really like. Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Is it what came first, chicken or the egg?
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know whether I think that I'm right or the commentators were right there, but
You know what? Back yourself. I think you're
Yeah.
right.
Susie, you played great.
In my humble opinion,
Yeah.
you played fantastic.
Okay, I'm sat up for this one.
She's crossed the legs. She's ready. Right.
What a game!
This was. I think this was the game of the season so far.
Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah.
I think it's replaced whatever we said was before. I think we said,
Yeah.
was it Lightning Pulse?
I can't remember,
I
but it
don't
was
know.
not-
I don't care.
Yeah.
This is now the game of the season. So, Dragons versus Panthers. It was Dragons' home game. We were in Cardiff.
Yeah.
We weren't. They were.
Yeah, but and at this point, I was sure it was going to be Dragons. Remember, we did our predictions last week. I was
think
like,
it's hard not to presume that when Panthers haven't won a game yet.
yeah, and Dragons took Pulse within one.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah, I was like, surely this is going to be a bit of a boring one,
But it
really.
was like the Panthers came alive.
You just can't write them off.
You can't write them off. They came out the jungle ready to prowl. It was so good. My first bit just goes to Charlie Fiddler, because that first quarter, at one point, it was 10-0 to Panthers.
Yeah. And I would actually also say Kerry Sven.
Yeah, okay, fair. Have that too. I agree.
She was my player of the match.
Was she? Oh, okay.
But carry on.
The defense was so good, and it was like systematic. It was like the script had been written before the game, and Charlie Fiddler was just following it. She knew where the ball was going to be, and it was like she came out of nowhere.
She always does.
She's a
But
flyer.
I think there were reasons that defense came alive in this one is also because Dragons were doing some silly things.
So it gave them the opportunities.
Yeah, I do think that.
Which is fair. Part of defense is being ready to pick up someone's sillies.
Yes, exactly. And I also think if Dragons were on their best day, I don't know if that would be the score. So it's like both ways. I think Panthers really did actually perform. I wouldn't say that was the best performance I've seen from Dragons either. So it just made defense look absolutely amazing.
Because they just had so many opportunities to be there. But They used it. By the end of Q1, it was 10-17. So Panthers were 7 in the lead. And it was one of them games where I was like, if they held on to this, they didn't quite hold on to that gap.
No, they didn't. But they were always up.
Yeah, the whole game they were up. And we said in the last one that we hadn't seen such an early tactical timeout before, but then just wait a day, because this day, Panthers then had one within the first 7 minutes. Dragons called the tactical timeout.
Yeah.
And I guess the whole point was to try and work out what was going wrong.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Panthers also didn't have Tiana again. So I think as a goal attack, they were kind of feeling like, oh, who are we going to have? And I was thinking then Dragons have even got more of an opportunity here to absolutely turn the screw with this one. But they had Sophie Egbauern there, who performed out her skin.
So she came up from Next Gen, right? This was her first game in the NSL. And I actually think she played like she's been playing the whole season. She just looked so comfortable. It wasn't like she was trying to fit in, like get used to it. She was commanding people. At one point, there was a back line and they like zoomed in on her. And she was like telling people where to go. She was like, get back, cover this. And I was like, yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah, that's what you've got to be. You've got to be confident. Once again, you've got to have ego.
You've got to have the ego. You've got to have the ego.
So with quarter two, it then got quite exciting because that's where interceptions were crazy. So it felt like Dragons got an interception, they were fighting back, and then all of a sudden it got thrown away, or Panthers got another interception, so it went backward and forward. So the overall game score all the way through, I didn't think was a very high scoring game when we look at other games, and I think that's because there were so many interceptions and throwaway balls that actually it made it end to end all the time. Super exciting.
Some of the centres as well, I felt lasted. Like, I think there was one centre, it might have been in the fourth quarter. It lasted about 3 minutes. And that, I think there's two ways, isn't it, that you can show that you're equally matched, but that is definitely one of the ways to be able to just stop it anywhere. It just wasn't going anywhere. I felt like the last quarter, though, was where everything came alive.
Yeah, well, let's just stay with the third for a second, because we had
blood. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. There was blood, sweat and tears in this game.
Yeah, we need to talk about it.
That was Ellen Withington.
It was. So wing defence for Dragons. Ellen and Neve McCall went for the same ball.
It was a dragon on dragon crime.
It was, and Neve came out absolutely fine.
She must be feeling lucky because Ellen Withington did not come out fine.
Yeah, she ended up with a bang on the head.
She hit a speaker.
Yes, she hit her head on the LED speaker, and there was blood, and she actually ended up having stitches after the game.
Stitches? I saw, before I'd seen the game, I'd seen that they'd posted Ellen Withington is okay. And I was like, oh, what's happened here?
Yeah.
But I didn't think it'd be a head wound.
And Nia Jones in commentary was so funny because she was like, you see this loads in other sports like rugby and things like that, and I think everyone's just shocked because it's netball and we don't really see it. And I was like, that's a really fair point.
It is. Yeah, but do you really see a weeping head wound in every sport? Maybe in rugby.
Yeah.
They're always being bashed about.
You watch a lot of football. Do you see much blood in football?
Not really. You see a lot of injuries, but because obviously it's a little bit more physical. But I wouldn't say you see a lot of blood.
Don't you think that's a contentious point?
What, that football's more physical?
Than netball?
I think it's physical in different ways. Like, they wear armour on their legs because the boots have pins in them.
That's true.
So you know what I mean? Like, if you do get hurt, you're wearing a weapon, essentially. I don't think it's more physical in like an exertion way. I think that the injuries from the actual activity of tackling can be more aggressive.
Yeah, but not necessarily more knee injuries, more ankle injuries, more hip injuries, more back injuries.
No, more general strains and pains.
Because I suppose you mean because it's like a contact sport.
Yeah.
I know lots of people think that's contentious in itself, saying netball isn't, but that's kind of where you're going.
Drag people to the floor and the game carries on when they have the ball.
Okay.
Where famously in netball, if you drag someone to the floor when they have the ball,
that's contact.
That's contact.
Okay, so that was Q3. That was the most exciting bit. And then Q4. Q4 for me, the most exciting bit was the last 20 seconds.
Fair. Well, the last 40. That's when Panthers turned the Dragons' goal. And then it was, how long can we make this centre last?
Because it was evens, right?
Yeah.
So they turned the centre, so then it was evens. Panthers had a chance to go up if they had shot the ball. So they just moved the ball around the court. They were just playing the timeout to get the 1 pointer. But in my head, I was thinking, what if you throw this away? Yeah,
it's a risk.
It's such a risk.
Especially if your shooters don't have 100% accuracy. Like, I don't mean this no bad reviews, the Panthers, with this one, but it was Sophie Egbaren's first game on the team. It's a great tactical move, but it is a risk that you don't know if she can handle that pressure of the NSL game with by the time they decided to take the shot, there was like, get it into the right bit to do it, there was like 7 seconds left.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of second chance in a 7 second.
No.
It got in with 2 seconds left.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get second chances on that.
No.
And then it would have gone to
they didn't
extra
even
time,
go for it. They didn't go for a super shot. They just wanted the 1-pointer,
which I think was smart.
Yeah, totally smart, because obviously
If you're going to do that,
less
at
likely
least
to get in a
before
super
it's
shot.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it made it so exciting.
It did. And Sophie Egbaren ended up getting player of the match because she took the winning shot at the end there, and she was crying. There was crying from like Izzy Kay, and it was so excited. Apparently Tiana was on the sideline with her crutches jumping up and down. Like,
I think first win of the season on the last game of the first facing of everybody. The fact that they have, they've been through it. They've got Tiana out, which is, an upset for the team,
and Gabby Coffey out as well, their defender.
So 2 big players are out. They've done it by like the skin of the teeth in a really tactically magnificent way.
Yeah.
Cry, I would.
Yeah, it was great. It was so wonderful. No one expected it, especially with how Dragons have been performing. So although Dragons, I have a soft spot for them for sure, in this moment I was a Panthers fan.
Yeah, everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah. Game 3 was Thunder versus Rhinos. Thunder decided not to put Eleanor Cardwell on as a starter because they put Lois Pearson and Sophie Fawns on instead. I think that's because Rhinos didn't have Visser because of Visser's ankle injury.
So you think they didn't put on their A team?
Yeah.
Save the legs?
Yeah, because so they had Langer and Wilson in for Rhinos. And actually, I thought that combination with Kilgallen as wing defence was actually really, really strong.
I'm still really impressed with Yomi Wilson. I think she's playing really great. Obviously, she had to step up to the plate since the Rhinos injury of Jazz Brown. But I think that every week she shows up. She's doing great. It's a shame because I think Thunder, the whole way through, it felt like a consistent gap. And I don't have loads to say about this game. I found it not that exciting.
No, I know what you're saying. I did find myself zooming in into weird things, like, for example, I just noticed how many Rhinos players were pulling down their dresses and stuff like that. Harriet Jones with Josie Huckle bouncing off her dress was coming up and up and up, and then Bella Bayliss, like Kilgallen, I saw them all pulling at their dresses.
There must be something wrong with the fit. Like, it must just be a bad manufacturing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're all doing it, then it means that no matter what the body shape, that dress isn't staying where it's supposed to stay.
Yeah, and like, why are you concentrating on your dress? There's like, Netball Super League happening right now.
Kit is important. You have to. That is clearly not been trialed and tested if they're not feeling comfortable in it.
And that's why we like the London Mavericks inclusivity choice outfits, right?
And I also really like the pulse dresses because they have this they go up slightly on the thigh. So when you open your legs, which you naturally do when you're running, squatting, jumping, whatever, they don't ride up. And I've noticed the difference. You very rarely see them pulling down the dresses. No.
Yeah, well, something to consider. So there was 16-12 at the end of Q1, so there's 4 in it. I did put that I thought Lois Pearson was very measured as a goal attack. Often people call her a silent assassin. And I thought, she is. She's very good. She's a super shot threat as well. But I'm guessing she just doesn't get much playtime there because of Eleanor Cardwell and Sophie Fawns.
They've got such a good team that you're fighting for the crown, aren't you? To get your position every time.
In Q2, the commentator said, the crowd feels flat in here.
That's really interesting because I felt flat watching it. And if that's a home game and the crowd is flat, then that explains it.
But I think Manchester Thunder just didn't feel in control. Like, the team didn't, although they were winning and they obviously have amazing players and stuff, they didn't feel in control. I didn't get the sense that they were dominating or that they were having fun necessarily. It just felt like, oh God, they could lose this. Like, they could lose this, and they shouldn't be
playing their A game. Like, maybe they, when you bring to the table, you think it's going to be a bit of an easy ride, so you don't play as hard.
Yeah.
Who did they play the week before? Can you remember?
No.
I was going to say, did they play like Lightning or something? And no, they did. They played Lightning last week. It was the fight for the top spot.
Yes.
So do you think they had this in their head as, oh, this isn't going to be as hard?
Yeah, this is a rest week or some kind of like
don't tire yourself out.
But we've said before, don't write these teams off. They're in the NSL for a reason. So I thought Paige Reed's super shots were great. She throws such a high ball. It's incredible. I thought like Kilgallen had a great game. She was turning balls, she was getting intercepts. I thought she played really well. She had less penalties than I think in other games as well, because that was something I was noticing from her and some forced errors before. But I didn't think that she was doing that this time, so that was great. But overall, Rhino's shooting success was 63% at halftime, whereas Manchester Thunder was 86%. So when you look at it like that,
still not. I still expected higher from Manchester Thunder, to be honest.
Yeah, and Manchester Thunder got over double the amount of penalties by half time than the Rhinos did.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, I don't know what the numbers are, but I think it's a lot.
26 penalties in the first half.
Oh, yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah.
I stand by my point, that's a lot.
Even though this is the team with the least amount of penalties overall. So I don't know what
why were they
Rhinos
doing that?
were doing in that to make them call these penalties for them. But yeah, didn't like it.
There seemed to be a lot of sassiness throughout the entire game. Everyone seemed to be a little disgruntled. No one seemed happy. I actually think I made a comment that I wrote somewhere. Everyone just kind of looks not impressed. I put about Eleanor Cardwell, but Eleanor Cardwell looks unbothered.
Yeah, didn't look bothered. They
just
obviously
not involved.
Yeah, and if they don't really care, you can understand why the crowd was just a bit like
Yeah,
that.
you go off the vibe, don't you?
I did say that Amy Carter played brilliantly. She ended up getting player of the match. I just thought she was good wherever she was. She started to centre, went to wing defence. She's got an unbelievable reach. I think she's one of those people that's probably got an arm span that's longer than her body. But yeah, she was getting deflections and things like that. And yeah, looked really good against Bella Bayliss, who's just come over from Lightning as well. So it was a tough opposition for her to still look good against. But yeah, it ended with 14 in it, 63-49 in the end.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'd expected from that game.
Yeah.
I'd have maybe expected Thunder to have done a bit more.
Yeah, I thought Josie Huckle let herself down at some times. I thought that her professionalism was lacking whenever she was called for things, and I just don't think that's appropriate sometimes.
Yeah, I put here Josie Huckle facial expressions.
Yeah, and she like throws her head back and does this big sigh, and it's this dramatics, but you're a professional athlete.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? I think the heat of the game, they probably don't even realise what they're doing, but it is kind of just get on with it. It's not, never in my life have I seen an umpire change their decision.
No,
so
of course
just keep
not.
going.
Yeah, and also like think about what you're doing and do it differently next time. There are umpires that don't like certain things about the way people play, and if you don't adjust, your penalty levels are going to go through the roof.
Yeah, they're not going to change.
So you need to adjust, and I felt like she was almost stubborn during it to not change her play and just get more and more kind of exaggerated in her responses.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not going to change, so you might as well move on. Which I think we should do, because that was my most boring game of the week.
Sorry, Manchester Thunder and Rhinos fans.
Sorry. So, exciting game number 3.
4.
Well, it's the 4th game. It's exciting game number 3.
Ooh, shade.
Sorry.
This episode, man.
I know. I'm during my period.
Yeah,
I'm having none of it.
Fine.
Nottingham Forest versus Loughborough Lightning.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Until I saw the Panthers game, I thought this was going to be the best game, because, again, I watched them in a weird order.
Yeah.
But this was so good.
It was really good. It was really close, which is exactly what we want. I really wanted someone to beat Loughborough Lightning and to stop their streak of winning.
Yeah, naturally, that's what you want. No one wants to watch the winners win.
Yeah, and they are undefeated halfway through the season. You know, I need someone to beat them
full
soon.
of confidence.
Yeah. So, interesting point about the confidence thing, though. Loughborough Lightning then called up Joe Noel as their impact player instead of a next-gen player. So, for those who don't know, Joe Noel is their assistant coach.
I didn't know this, so we just had a quick chat before, and I presumed they were a next-gen player.
No. So she was wearing her Lightning dress with the Lightning fleece, sat next to
And now
all of
you've
the rest
said
of
that,
the coaches.
I know who it is,
Yeah.
but in my head, I just didn't log that was the player.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I was expecting them to be on the bench.
I thought I didn't really like it, if I'm completely honest with you. I know apparently it's within the rules. I don't really know the rules. But
Why is it in the rules?
I don't know.
In what other sport does that happen?
But I just think surely there is opportunity there for our next gen to... And people are saying, well, there wasn't a good enough next gen player. And I'm like,
Well, that's their problem.
that is literally the point.
Like, the whole point of next gen is that you are one step away from NSL. If Loughborough Lightning aren't training up their level, their desired level of next gen players, then maybe focus on both teams.
I'm pretty sure you can take from any next gen team.
Can you?
I'm pretty sure you can get temporary contracts from any, because I'm pretty sure that, for example, Langer is not a Rhino.
Oh, so yeah, I just think it's a bit, for lack of a better word, it's a bit shitty.
Yeah, and they didn't play her. So no spoilers here once again, but they didn't play Jo Noelle, no matter how close it got on the scoreline. So if that was never the plan, why do it? Why not give a next gen the opportunity to sit on the bench with the NSL if you were never really going to put her on?
Especially as it was a game that wasn't, she maybe could have had an impact. It wasn't like Lightning wiped the floor with Forest.
Of course.
The game, even at the beginning, Forest were up by 4-1 in the first 3 minutes. So straight away, Forest came in and they wanted to play.
Yeah.
They didn't come in as an underdog. They came in as a competitor.
No, and we know when Forest is playing well, they can beat anyone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they can beat anyone. Forest, when they're playing well, to be a Forest fan, I absolutely could not be. They know how to freaking throw things away. They were so close. Any Forest fan must have had no nails left, because it was absolutely diabolical.
Exciting though.
Yeah.
You can't say that they don't give excitement.
They do. So there was only one in it. Loughborough Lightning were 1 up after the first quarter, then 6 up at half time. I would say that Ella Clark wasn't playing her normal 100% shooting accuracy.
Yeah, I think that's it. If you don't get one in, then you're not playing at your normal self, are you?
Yeah, and I think maybe if Loughborough Lightning were at their normal shooting accuracy, then they wouldn't be so close.
But then you have to wonder, is there a reason is it just that they're having an off day, or is it that Nottingham Forest are putting them off?
Yes.
And that's the difference. That you can always say what would have happened, but is that the reason? Because I think Sammy Wallace-Joseph missed a couple as well that I was like, oh, I think she would have usually got that in.
Of course.
But why was she rattled?
Yeah, but defensively at halftime, both had 7 gains each. So both the teams were creating opportunities, but obviously there was only one team, Loughborough Lightning, that were actually converting them. Interestingly, Anya Williams was playing for the first quarter, and the second quarter she came off, and we saw the reintroduction of Rhea Dixon, who's just come back from an injury from round 2, I think she got.
Yes, I think actually everyone cheered, didn't they, when she came on?
Yeah.
Now I'm remembering.
And she was Jamaican Sunshine Girl, so she is phenomenal, and she's a playmaker.
Yeah.
She's amazing at that 1-point game, creating opportunity for Roline to get the ball. However,
this is a 2-point game at points.
It is. So why on earth would you take Anya Williams off, who was shooting the 2-pointers and succeeding? She was 100% shooting accuracy while she was on.
She was on form.
Why take her off and then put Rhea Dixon on, who doesn't really shoot? She did score 1, I think, super shot in the time that she was on, but she didn't want to.
You need full confidence, especially when on the other side of the court you've got Sammy Wallace-Joseph, Ella Clark, and Berry Neal, who are all so good and so accurate.
Of course.
Like, even when we said that they weren't on form, what we mean is they missed one.
Yeah, they missed a couple.
They missed 1 or 2.
Ella actually wasn't on form though, so Berry did come on for a bit. And Berry came on when there was 11 in it. And I'm not saying that obviously that it was all Berry's fault, but actually the end of that quarter there was only 4 in it. So Ella was doing something right.
Yeah.
Though Ella was making a bigger impact than Berry did, and she did end up coming back on in the last quarter because of that. But I would say it ended with 2 in it. It was 73-75. And Nottingham Forest have got another bonus point.
You know, those bonus points could be the difference.
They absolutely will be the difference.
They're absolutely clocking them up. And when you look, which we will do soon, when you look at the table, it's not separated by massive amounts for some of them top spots.
No. And it's so interesting that Nottingham Forest are getting so close with these bigger teams. And yet they have losses against perhaps lower level teams that you would expect for them to absolutely thrash.
Yeah, it's so interesting. And again with this game as well, it ended with Loughborough Lightning playing the ball around because they had 30 seconds left. Yeah. And a part of me, and I know it's part of the game and I know that I would do it, but a part of me was like, I just want to see if they can beat you.
No, I know.
Just let them get it. And
I know.
I think there was one point when I thought it got intercepted and then they didn't actually. But a part of me was like, let it go to extra time. Yeah. I want to see them win.
I would have always said that Nottingham Forest are like my second team. I can't do it. I can't put myself through it. I think they are such a team that I hope and I hope and I hope, and they just can't do it. And I feel bad for Chelsea Pittman because she is so competitive. She's such a competitive soul that I know that she is absolutely hungry for that win. And I genuinely thought that Forest could have done it.
Well, they were definitely close. There was a definitely chance that they could have done it. But what they did do, though, was they played amazing. And on the point of Chelsea Pittman, once again, I have to mention, her outfit was sensational.
Yeah, or cream number.
Yeah, and then she had the Forest jacket. Did you see that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
She was wearing like an American jockey style
nice.
football jacket, and it had Forest on the back. Ugh. It was like bright red, and then the cream.
Yeah, very cool.
She dresses like a winner.
Yeah, she does.
Unfortunately, they didn't win.
No. But Loughborough Lightning did, and their player of the match was Hannah Joseph. So as we spoke about last week, with Fumi coming off for a few seconds or few minutes at the end of the Pulse game, Hannah Joseph has never come off during any of the games. She has played every 60 minutes of every game for Loughborough Lightning this season, despite them having a lot of mid-court options, right? They've got Jess Shaw, they've got Nat Panagari, they've got Beth Duran in there. But Hannah Joseph is really valuable to Loughborough Lightning.
I need to actually pay more attention to her because I honestly don't have that much to say.
Yeah.
I need to, once again, focus more on mid-court.
Yeah, you do, because she is brilliant. Enough said there.
So, what has that done to the table?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, that's the end of that segment.
Loughborough Lightning are top still. Second is Pulse. Third is Thunder. Fourth is Nottingham Forest. Fifth is Maths. Sixth is Dragons. Seventh is Rhinos. And eighth is Panthers. The only exciting thing in the league table that's happened is that Rhinos and Panthers are 7th and 8th on the same score of 3 points.
Yeah, so now they're on goal difference, right?
They are indeed.
And Panthers are still at the bottom.
Yes.
Sucks because they've just got to win. But
it is.
Still, though, exciting because we're going into now the second facing of every team, right? So like the second leg, I guess.
Yes. And it's a good time for us to think about what our starting 7 would be if we were head coaches and we had the pick of the whole of the NSL.
We're basically doing Alan Rosie's fantasy.
Yes.
Fantasy team.
But we don't have, we're not allowed, we're allowed as many of whichever team as we want.
Okay, great. I want to see how I've put my dream primary set, and then where I couldn't decide, I put a number 2 as well.
Okay.
I'm indecisive. I can't help it. Okay, you go. Which way have you done it? Have you done it goalkeeper first or goal shooter first?
I've done it the opposite to what you've done it.
That's because you're an attacker.
I've done goal shooter first, down through to goalkeeper, and you've done the opposite.
I'll try and keep him in the zone. Okay, so who's your goal shooter?
It's got to be Sammy Wallace-Joseph from Loughborough Lightning.
Joseph. Yeah, that's who I've put. And then as my number 2, I put, if I had to pick a sub, Eleanor Cardwell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't put a sub, to be honest, but I think I would go with someone like Georgia Rowe or Simone Gordon because they are 6'5".
Okay, fair. Fair. Okay, who's your goal attack?
I put Sophie Fawns from Manchester Thunder.
Oh, I put Neve McCall.
Interesting, from Dragons. Good call.
It's a little back hop.
Yeah.
I got faith in it.
Yeah.
I trust it. Wing attack.
I have put Susie Liversidge from Mavericks.
I've put Alicia Scholes.
I was about to say, you probably don't know many wing attacks.
So bad at remembering names.
So
I put Alicia Scholes, yeah, and I was like, she's the only one that comes straight to mind. I put as number 2, Brie Grayson.
From Nottingham Forest, yeah. She's got the most amount of feats.
Yeah, I noticed her in the last game. So I was like, she's in my mind.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
And maybe I put Susie because I'd just seen her on Friday and saw her footwork. So yeah, makes sense.
The opposite of out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
It's like insight in mind.
Yeah.
Centre.
I put Shawana.
Oh,
from
okay,
Dragons.
yeah.
I rate her so much. I think she's wonderful. So yeah, she's going to be my centre.
I put Amy Carter.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Carter,
English
Thunder.
Rose.
Wing defence.
Taylor McKevitt.
Taylor McKevitt. Yeah, we agree on one.
We love you, Taylor.
Big fan. Goal defence.
Fumi Fideju.
Yeah.
Very
so
good.
at least we've agreed up there. And then goalkeeper.
I have seen your answer. So you say yours.
Hallie Adio.
And I said Alice Harvey from Loughborough Lightning.
Oh, yeah, good shout. Good
yeah,
shout.
really good. But she's obviously injured at the moment. So if I was allowed an injury replacement, it would be Hallie Adio.
I put Charlie Fiddler as my replacement.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
Overall, I think we've got some good teams.
Yeah.
We almost agreed on defence.
Yeah, we did. And yeah, that's about it, isn't it?
Who appeared the most? Which team in your list?
So I made it so I had 2 Loughborough Lightning, 2 Thunder, 1 Pulse, 1 Mavs, 1 Dragons.
Rogue is a Pulse fan.
I
I've
know.
got... Oh my God, I've got quite a variety. Oh, I've got 3 Pulses. 3 Pulses, 2 Thunder, and a Dragon. Oh, and a Lightning. Wait, does that add up? Is that
Can't do the maths.
I can't do it. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, 1. Yeah.
Very good. So round 8, what does next week look like? So Friday we have Panthers versus Nottingham Forest. Who do you reckon is going to take that one?
I think Forest. I think they'll be high off the almost win.
Yes, I agree. Also think Panthers are probably going to be pretty tired.
Yeah, they're quite hard.
Exhausted from the emotion of it as well. A Saturday at 4, we've got Thunder versus Dragons, and I think that's going to be an amazing game. I'd be really, if Dragons come back fighting, which I expect that they will do, I think it'll be a great matchup.
I'd also like Thunder to remind themselves that they like netball when they come to the court.
It's at home again though, so yeah, who knows?
They could remember to at least just look like they're happy to be there a little bit.
Saturday at 6, we've got Loughborough Lightning versus London Mavericks. I think that'll be a Lightning win.
I think that's a Lightning win, yeah.
And then Sunday at 6, we've got London Pulse versus Leeds Rhinos.
I would think that would be a Pulse win.
Yeah.
I could easily sense a surprise on that one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a Pulse win.
Okay, so amateur hour. I do not need notes for this.
Yes.
Amateur hour. We are currently in our kits, like we said. We're going to go to netball soon.
Yeah, we've got a mini tournament style before the league or the season starts again.
Exciting. I love stuff like this.
Yeah, you like playing versatility?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like a mini Super Cup, but with less rules.
Well, I don't know if there'll be super shots. They did say that they would allow super shots, but I don't think you get the points. So what's the point? You're just you're allowing shots. Thanks.
Fair. I would love that. I want you to take as many super shots as possible.
I'll try.
To be fair, you've been getting super shots in recently.
Thank you very much.
Non-super shots.
Yeah, obviously.
I've been shouting super shot from the other side of the
Super
court.
shot.
As you do, I'm like, super shot. No, it doesn't really.
Yeah.
Could do the Amex one, which is Amex super shot.
I'll be expecting that tonight.
Oh, I hate that one. I prefer the old one. And then Tuesday you have a game.
Yes, unfortunately our lovely friend Jo has hurt her knee. Best wishes though. I hope you have a speedy
I thought it was her
recovery.
ankle.
No, it's her knee.
Oh, I just saw sprain and
Yeah, it's her knee.
I skin right.
Yeah, but it
Oh, bless
means
her.
that Lou is coming back from mat leave to cover Jo this season for the game. So it's like a low with a high.
We bumped into her the other day, saw the little baby.
Yeah.
One of our players coming back.
And she must be nervous coming back from mat leave. I know lots of women do. But yeah, if there's any wise words that anyone's got for me to give Lou with coming back to netball, then give me a shout.
Maybe send Nat Metcalf a little message. See what she's going to say.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday, we have our Big Bad Rally. It's your first one. So Bumblebees it's our slightly more serious team. Mm-hmm. And we have the end of season rally.
Yes.
It's exciting. I always really enjoy it.
There's a pre-season rally and an end of season rally, and I've been playing for Bumblebees for like 3 years, and I've never done either. So
Where have you been?
I don't know.
They are fun, and they're obviously knackering. So bring snacks.
Okay, good to know.
Because it's 2 hours, I think. I think sometimes it overruns even. So
Wow. Okay.
bring snacks, bring hydration, bring good vibes.
Okay, I will do. I have those packed.
And then out of amateur hour, we decided to do a little celebration of the fact that we are achieving our dreams, and our dreams are making a podcast on your sofa.
Yeah.
So we've arranged like a little launch party, and I'm going through a little bit of rejection therapy at the moment where I'm just doing don't ask, don't get. So the worst they can say is no.
Yeah.
So kind of accidentally turned this into a local netball celebration where we have like the studio, Ben and Jack Studio, who are the photographers for Mavericks. They're doing an exhibition for some of their artwork. Some of the Mavs players are coming.
It's going to be so cool. And we've got local pizzeria. He's going to come with some pizzas, and our friends are making cakes, and we're going to have a panel chat.
I know.
Which is so cool.
Who do we think we are?
I mean, yeah, I've got to say, Ali has organised pretty much all of this. She is the brains behind it all, and I've
just sent a lot of messages.
Hats off to you. No, but seriously, you have worked really hard on this, and it is appreciated.
I've had just a bit of a, like I said, I'm just going through the worst that can happen is they can say no. And turns out a lot of people said yes.
Amazing. It's going to be a great event.
I know, we've got Flyhawk sent us loads of balls the other day. Yeah. And the whole message as well is that we just want to celebrate the community netball that kind of brings us together. So we're also going to do a little bit of a boot drive to get some boots together for women and girls who don't have the access to proper shoes to get them into sport. So I think it's going to be really fun, and I think the worst that will happen is it'll just be us in a room. The best that will happen, it'll be us in a room with pizza, cake and friends.
Yes. So if you live local to Maidenhead and you want to come, send us a message.
Yes, send us a message.
Maybe we'll have we've got a couple of guest spaces left. So if you are one of those people that wants to come, then let us know.
We can give you a slice and a great time.
Yes.
But other than that, we've got to go to netball. It has been longer than 3 seconds.
Thanks for being here, guys.
And we'll talk to you next week.